Hi everybody, it's Barbie0913 and this is for May and it's thrifting, kind of sort of, all a little bit of different places. I figured I'd start it off because I actually had a bunch of things that I found, so it's pretty good. First thing is I went to an estate sale. Always sad to go to an estate sale. This estate sale had a woman that collected lots of things. She collected Yadros, she collected Lenox, she collected dolls, mostly porcelain and not bisque. It was interesting to hear people's opinion about the room. They'd walk into this bedroom and there would be this little closet area that was full of porcelain dolls, and the men looked like totally shocked. The women were like, yeah, that's not my house. And I'm like, I'm in the same room with them, and I'm like, well, actually that's like my whole house. You know, just not a lot of porcelain, just a few bisque in there, but other dolls. So they looked at me like I was crazy afterwards. But, you know, it's sad to see somebody whose collection is, I don't know where it was going. You know, it was gonna, a lot of the dolls didn't go. They had a lot that were there. But I did go there, and this won't be in numbered kind of way here. This was the second day I went there. It was like a 3-day sale, and they had this little doll here, and it's by Jocelyn Mastram from Kurt S. Adler Incorporated. And I thought it was cute. It was in a little plastic container. No one would have ever known what it was unless they actually picked it up, because it was kind of clouded, the little plastic container it was in. It's a little stuffed doll, stuffed here, and then these are porcelain. They feel porcelain. Yeah, pretty much porcelain. And then it comes with a little buggy. And I thought it was so cute, and I was like, I would take that. And actually the lady that was doing the sale was very nice to us. She kind of discounted some things because Cupid picked up a Cupid doll that was so big, but when we got it home we saw that the leg where it goes into the body was shattered. So we're trying to figure out how to fix it. But you know, Cupid was like, oh, it's okay, I'll just keep the head at least. But we're looking for one of those tall Cupid dolls. So we'll figure that out. But the lady had said that, oh, you know, there was a lady here who bought the Cupid dolls, and we were like, yeah, that was us. But the doll was shattered on there, so we didn't get such a good deal on it. But she was nice enough. She gave us this discounted and something my husband looked for discounted, so it was kind of nice. So that's one thing I got. When I did go into the little doll closet room, I did find this girl. Let's see. I mean, I don't think any of this is authentic to her outfit. She's got like 4 layers of clothing on. I washed the layers and I was like, wow, there's so many layers on here. She was marked, let's see, she was marked 370 AM, made in Germany, and I can't remember what other part it had on there. So I have to look her up again. But she's all pieced up back together here, so I didn't want to take it off. But I thought she was so pretty. I thought, wow, a real dolly, a bisque dolly. So I went and grabbed her and I said, I like her. Even in the condition she was in, she was okay. She's got a wooden limbs. She's pretty. Her wig is really nice. It might be more modern, I'm not quite sure. But obviously the person who had this was a love of hers, because I realized after when it was already the 3rd day, and you could come back for a blowout sale, but I didn't get there because we'd already been there earlier, that there were some other bisque dolls, one that had a missing eye, and another one, and it was probably her friends, but I didn't go back and get them, but I could have. Her price was only $20. I'm looking at things online, and they go from $20 up higher. But she's a nice size. I thought she was so cute, so I got her. Whoops, I'm gonna put you down. And then there were also a box that said Dollhouse. So I looked in there, and there were some little dolls in there, and I made you could like put them in a bag and say which ones you want, and then they quoted you a price. I thought they were cute. I haven't really gotten a chance to look at them all. I mean, definitely not going to be able to take their clothing off because it's probably glued to them. But she's cute. She's a really cute little one. And then there was a baby in the stroller and a couple boys. You can tell he's got a little rub on there. I'm sure they were probably made in Germany. I know my brothers had little teddy bears that were for a dollhouse, and they were made in Germany, so I think that's pretty much their market. And this one's cute. And she's got her limbs, they move. And then this looks like the dad. I didn't see the mom. But, and he bends. So I thought that was really neat, because I thought, well, if there's a dollhouse, maybe there's some really cool things in there. But I got a music box that was a little piano, and then a little harp that was like a Christmas ornament that was basically the size for these guys. So I thought that was really nice. And the lady has some of her dolls still together. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that I got was there was a lady that was selling some dolls on a Facebook group for Sasha's. So she had two dolls. She had Sasha's sweater doll, which is this girl, and she had a baby Sasha. Now Cupid's been looking for a good, decent price on a baby Sasha for Nicolina, because she loves the little babies and she always wants to take my little babies and just rock them. So we found her one that's all hers, and this is the sweater girl, which I know a lot of people have trouble with, that her stringing doesn't always stay strong. There's always a lot of them where their heads are hanging down loop-de-loop. But she's so pretty. She's really pretty. And they came with two little baggies with little clothing in there, mommy made clothing, and they were really nice, like little sister clothing, where she'd have a matching one to her. So I thought that was really cute, and it was really nice of them. And then there was another Facebook group doll, someone selling their mom's dolls, and then she's just going through them. I've been looking for a kiltie, so I was able to get a kiltie. She's so pretty with the real hair and everything. I did condition her hair a little bit. She's so pretty. So that's what I have. And the lady might have some little waifs. I mean, I like the waifs too, to fix them up a little bit. But she's so pretty. So that's another thing that I was able to find. This little donkey actually came with the estate sale. So my first day when I bought the one doll, I thought that she needed something else from her mommy's estate sale to go with her, and I thought this was so cute. So that's where that one went. I did get some other things from that estate sale. I got like a China lady doll, really cute. And I did get another thing. It was like an elephant carousel horse, which I guess Lennox did before, and it was a really good price because it was half price day. And I picked that up, and it was so cute. She had so many nice things. I thought I'd come home with a Yadro, but her family wanted them not to go down any lower on price on half off day. They didn't want that to happen. They wanted to get recoup their money back. So, I really wanted one. There was some really nice Yadros, but that's okay. Another thing I picked up, this was on eBay, and it goes with the Upsy Downsy Hapediculus, which is the little carousel that I bought the other time at the doll show. And she was missing the Tingle Dingle, which is an Upsy, and somebody had Tingle Dingle there. There's a glue spot here, and it's missing its little bell that's supposed to hang like with a little bow. So I need to find something like that and then just glue it back in her hair. But now she has both pieces, Foozy Woozy and Tingle Dingle. So I thought that was really good to be able to find it. On to the next half of May, and we'll see if I'm back. All right, everybody, I ended up at another estate sale. It was an interesting estate sale. I bought something because I knew the lady was still alive, and she was moved to a home, and they were trying to make money so that she could stay and pay for the home, you know. I always feel really bad because I know it's so sad. And I'm hoping that they sent some of her dolls with her to her room so that she could be with her beloved dolls. She had dolls. She had, her husband, I think, had airplanes of some sort. I didn't get to see that a lot. She had tons of doll readers, which if I had had the time, I would have grabbed all of them. Mine were lost in a flood a long time ago, so I only have so many of them. But I mean, that's the best magazine of all. The Barbie Bazaar, the doll reader, all that stuff. So she had a little room. It was an interesting house. It was kind of all sorts of little hideaways. And one room was her doll room, and they put doll shelves against their windows, so when you walked in, it was dark in there. You had to wait for your eyes to adjust. I picked myself up a Sasha doll in the sailing outfit. My price on her was not as great as it could be, but it's still comparable with what I would have paid for at a doll show. The family was a little upset that people wanted to pay less for things because she had paid so much money for her dolls. Most of her dolls were porcelain, kind of like Hamilton, and the other one that you used to do by mail order, Bradford, those kind, where you made 4 installment payments and then you got your doll. So she did spend a lot of money, but they were porcelain dolls, and I don't have any room for porcelain dolls, and they'll just get broken. So I didn't want to do that. I mean, I have a few bisque, which, not that many, but ones that I can keep track of and make sure that they're okay in the house. She did have a Deanna Durbin, a Margaret O'Brien, beautiful shape, and a Sonia Henny doll. But the prices were, Sonia Henny was small, so they wanted $200, $300, and $400 for the dolls. The Margaret O'Brien and the Deanna Durbin were gorgeous, but they weren't going anywhere, and they weren't going to go down in price. Average estate sales, they'll go down in price the next day and the next day, but they wanted to keep all the dolls the price they had original. I mean, you could haggle a little bit with the lady that was handling the doll room, but really not by much, because it was interesting. She told me that when I was looking at the Sasha, she goes, you know, they're handmade. They're handmade. And I just didn't say anything because they weren't made in a factory. The original Sashas, those were handmade. But, you know, it's kind of like, well, you know, that's the money we're looking for. And she had a Lenchi doll, and the Lenchi doll she wanted between $200 and $300, and it was a small one. It was the reproduction ones, and it did have some moth holes in it. So she told me it was in very perfect condition because it was taken care of for moths, but they still find their way to your dolls. So it was interesting seeing the people that were looking for things. They had tons of Chatty Cathys and Charmin Chatties. I missed out on that. I didn't go the first day. I went the second day. And by the time I got there, I don't need like 60 Chatty Cathys. Charmin Chatty I would have gotten if there were some that were not mute, but there were only 2 left and they were mute. So there were some really nice ones. It was mostly the Deanna Durbin and the Margaret O'Brien and the Sonia Henning. That's what I wanted. That's what I came to look at. So hopefully, if they haven't sold it, maybe they'll give me a call and say, hey, you're still looking for it. We'll lower the price.